When you first buy an Insta360 camera, it's really easy to feel overwhelmed. You open up the app and suddenly you're looking at keyframes, reframing, multiple clips, timelines, and what looked like a simple 360 camera can very quickly start to feel complicated. And that's exactly where ShotLab comes in. ShotLab gives you quick wins and actually makes you feel like you're enjoying your camera from day one. Because everything is guided, you get clear instructions and instant results. But the most important part for me is that some of these effects are more than just gimmicks. In my opinion, there are a handful of effects that genuinely teach you how the mechanics of 360 cameras work without you having to touch a single keyframe. So in this video, I've picked 5 ShotLab effects that are easy to create, and they're genuinely useful, and they also help grow your confidence with your 360 camera. The very first shot that I recommend you try is a tiny planet shot. And I know, you've seen it before, and a lot of people are resistant to using it, and a lot of people don't like it. But it really is a classic, and it's one of the most versatile shots that you can create with a 360 camera. And I see this a little bit like martial arts. You get practitioners, a lot of the time, they do kata and forms, and these show them the fundamentals of fighting. And I know it's a strange analogy, but this is how I see the tiny planet. It's less about the effect and more about the understanding of how the 360 camera works. Just to be clear though, a tiny planet will not help you defend yourself, but it will teach you a lot about 360 basics. You start to understand distance, symmetry, movement, and timing. And once those basics click, they apply to everything that you do with a 360 camera. And that's whether you're using ShotLab or you're adding keyframes and manually editing it later. To shoot this, you really don't need to overthink it. Set the camera down, move around it, and keep things simple. What matters more is how you move. Consistency makes a big difference here. Try to keep a similar distance from the camera as you move, because that gives you a cleaner, more controlled result. And one of the things I really like about this effect is the leverage that you get from it. That same tiny planet clip can also be used with flash dash, clone loop, and parallel planet. The app doesn't really highlight that, but it works one clip with multiple looks and no reshoots. And I also use tiny planets for a lot of transitions or text overlays. It's a lot nicer than dropping specs or instructions onto a plain black screen. It adds interest without distracting from the information. It's almost a forgivable gimmick. If you want a proper walkthrough of all these 360 fundamentals, I've got a full 360 course link below. The next ShotLab effect I really like is stop motion. There's something about it that genuinely looks like proper stop motion footage, like it took ages to create, when in reality it's very easy to shoot and the app is doing most of the work for you. And that's why this works so well on social media. It catches your eye because it doesn't look like normal video and it immediately stands out on a feed. And in the past I've used this deliberately to grab attention. And with this one, simple movement works best. So give yourself more footage than you think you need. Keep things controlled and let the effect do the heavy lifting. The next effect is horizon flip, and this is one of the most cinematic shots in the ShotLab library. With some slower, cinematic music, it instantly feels more considered and less like an effect and more like a moment. I often use it as a transition shot inside longer videos or for titles, because it gives you breathing space without cutting to something flat or boring. And this one works anywhere where you can move in a straight line, and what really makes it shine is what's happening in the scene, rather than how complex the movement is. Symmetry plays a big role here, so stay as centered as you can on the path or on the track that you're moving along. And having repeating elements either side of you and thinking about the structure of the environment all help the shot feel more intentional. A clean sky also works well here because it creates a strong visual contrast when the horizon flips. And again, shoot a little more than you need and then pick the cleanest section later. Usually I tell people to shoot less, but with these ShotLab effects, shoot a little bit more because it gives you more flexibility when you edit them. The next two ShotLab effects I use to capture places that I've visited easily and quickly, and that's Cineilaps and Fly Lapse. And this is one of the main reasons I love 360 cameras. They let you enjoy what you're doing and stay in the moment. And at the same time, you can still capture everything around you without the camera becoming a distraction. You can walk through a town centre, an event, a forest, an amphitheatre, just move naturally for a minute or two and then let the camera capture everything. Later, you drop that footage into Cineilaps or Fly Lapse and the app automatically creates a fast moving montage with camera moves and music. And in a few seconds, you've captured an essence of where you were. And I've grouped these two effects together because they're variations of the same idea. Cineilaps works well with single, longer clips, and Fly Lapse works well when you're joining multiple clips together. And there's also a nice learning bonus here when you watch these clips back, because you'll often spot a camera move that you like, and then later on, when you're more confident with keyframes, you can try and recreate these moves manually in your own edit. The final shot lab effect is Dolly Zoom, and in my opinion this is another cinematic one. It's based on that classic contra zoom that you'll recognise from films like Jaws, where the background feels like it's stretching behind the subject. And what I like about this one is how quick it is. It's a short shot and it's fast to film, and it works brilliantly as a mini transition. And you don't need much movement at all, just a strong sense of space and some foreground. This effect is created entirely in the edit, but the same fundamentals still apply. Symmetry helps, strong lines help, and thinking about depth and layers will make the shot feel more intentional and more dramatic. All of the shot lab effects that we've looked at are built on the same fundamentals of 360 video, so movement, distance, symmetry and timing. And once you understand those, they carry over into everything you do, whether that's doing full manual edits with keyframes or using shot lab. One of the biggest takeaways here is discipline. For some of these we have to discipline ourselves to shoot less, some of them we have to shoot more, but the most important principle is shoot with more intention. And that alone makes shooting and editing much easier. And remember to check out my beginner's course link below that breaks all this down step by step. If you haven't bought your 360 camera yet or you're looking to upgrade, then check out the latest Insta360 deals in the links below. And let me know in the comments, do you still see these effects as gimmicks or can you see any real value in them? For more editing tips you can watch this video next and I'll see you over there.